How's it going, YouTube? My name's Zekir Music. You can call me Zeka, and I fix cars. Simple as that. And anything else you might need that I know how to do, I can do. So today we're gonna start by replacing the brakes on this 2012 Maserati GranTurismo. This one specifically has the big brake Brembo kit, 6-piston brakes. I think it has 4 in the back, but we'll get to it. We'll find out, and so let's get to it. So that's the Maserati, and we're gonna first start by removing the front wheel. You got 5 lugs, and we're about to put the jack up and lift it up. What we're gonna first do is start by lifting the car up, and then that'll give us a little better clearance to lift up the front tire and to be able to get it off, so we can get the brakes off. So let's start. What you want to do is first find a good place to, underneath the car to be able to put the jack. So what you want to do is obviously find a good spot underneath where you can lift the car up, so you don't want to break any fenders or the little side skirt. Just find something on the frame, something strong that will be able to lift it up. So let's get to it. While the car is down on the floor, it'd be good to loosen up the lug nuts. It make it a lot easier so the wheel's not spinning if you don't have like a compressor with an impact. So today we're gonna just be using some little common hand tools, let's just say, to do this job. So what I do is I just get this one, the little wrench. This one's a 7/8, and then I use the top part of the jack, and I put it on there just to get them loose. There you go. Do that for each one. You don't want to take it off all the way, just get them loose. There we go. There we go. And then we can go to lift up the car. So make sure that's tight, and then start lifting it. So that'll get it just high enough where to, the wheels off the ground, and then you can go ahead and remove all the lug nuts.
Hey,
that's my sister, guys.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
It's the first YouTube video.
That's the first YouTube video.
Hello, fans.
Well,
I'm kidding, family.
I don't know if they want.
How are y'all doing, fam?
We got the lug nuts removed. These are a little nicer ones, not some typical lug nuts you'll find on a Honda Civic. And pretty much, you want to get the tire removed. What I do is just maybe kind of kick in the corner. That was a fail. All right, so this one's not coming off. We're gonna have to use a hammer. No, I'm just kidding. There it is. Kind of look tug from the back, wiggle from back, and there we.
Good little girl.
We're gonna have to bleep that out. All right, there we go. What the? Kind of. All right, so this one's not coming off.
Okay.
I thought we were about to have to charge them double for that, but it came off. This tire's pretty good. The other one isn't so good. All right, so when you got the tire removed, we're gonna first start. Since these are a little bit different, these are not just regular calipers. They're a little different. Right here, you got 1 pin, 2 pin, and then you have this bolt, and there's a screw in the back. It's a 13 millimeter socket we're gonna use, and what you're gonna do is just loosen it and remove it. There we go. Loosen that. Make sure you keep everything you take off because it's gonna have to go back same way it came off. And then this you're gonna be able to remove by just pushing it out. You can do that by getting it out. Or what we can do, screw this back in a little bit. Screw it in. Get a hammer. Lightly tap it. There you go. You saw that. Came right out. Then, of course, remove it. That to the side. Pull this one out. Come out just like that. Now you got this pin and this pin and this little bracket retainer. I'm gonna use this T20, put it onto that and hammer it out. And I need both of my hands, so I'm gonna put the camera down, show you what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna put it right here. Make sure it's on it. You don't want to scratch up the caliper. There it is. That's number one. Number two. Now the second, just knock it out. That's really all it is to it. Then push the little bracket in. A lot easier to pull it out. Pull this clip out, bracket, retainer, whatever you call it. Pull out the second one. Now, what I'll do to pull the pads in, you got these pads right here. So, you want to push these 3 pistons back in. And what we're going to do is, right here with a little, this clamp, we're going to squeeze it together, push it in, and hopefully maybe use a screwdriver as well. You can if you don't have a clamp. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. I'm gonna use this microfiber towel because of course I don't want to scratch anything up on these really nice rotors, calipers, sorry. And it starts coming right in, slowly but surely. There we go. And then really, yep, you can just get a flat head in there, slowly push it back, not damaging the rotor, because of course we don't want to damage anything. Do the same thing to the other one, but what I'm gonna do is, that's the old rotor, that's the old pad. I'm gonna slide the new one in just in case so that the pistons won't come out. Let's see. Let's do the second one. Kind of get it in, pry it out. Just carefully push that back in, slide it out. Get the new one, slide it right in, slide it in straightly. All there is. Alrighty, now what we're gonna do, get the pin, I'm gonna slide it through just like that. Slide it in, and then from the back, knock it into place. There we go. Slide that in. Get the retaining bracket. And now you need 2 hands for this. So what you do is you're gonna get it, push it in, and then push it down and slide the second pin in from the back. All right. There we go. That's it. Now we're gonna go back and get this bolt, whatever you call it. Slide it through, nice and easy, and it goes right into place. And then screw this 13 millimeter in from the back. Then with your socket, ratchet, whatever, get it, screw it in. And then you don't want to tighten it too much, but just tight enough so that it won't fall out, you know. I don't know, torque wise, but done it long enough, plenty of times too, where I know just kind of when to stop. Like, I don't know how to tell you, but that much. And that's it for the front. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. And then I'm gonna wipe them down a little bit, get all this brake dust off because they looking dusty. Make it look nice. Because that's what we do. We make things look nice here. Oh yeah. Very nice. All right, so now since we got it all cleaned up, we're gonna go right ahead and put the tire on. Same way it came off. There you go. Put the rest of the lug nuts on, and that's it for the front. This one didn't have the brake wear sensor, so the other side probably does. And same thing with the passenger side, you do for the driver's side for the front. So now let's get to the back. All right, so that's all you got for the front. Tying the lug nuts back up, make sure they're tight, you don't want it falling off. Let's get to the back. So obviously I went ahead and found a nice spot where I can lift it. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna do the rear tire. The wear sensor is on the front driver's side, and I think this one might also have it. So first start by loosening up the lug nuts and jack up the car. Just loosen them up and then lift it on up. And then you'll go ahead and remove the lug nuts. Start by removing these 2 pins. You got one right here, and then you're gonna be able to remove the bracket. And we also have the little brake wear sensor right here, and you'll be able to remove that as soon as you get this retainer out. So let's get to removing those 2 pins. So you're gonna remove these 2 pins right in here. Just gonna use a T20 screwdriver. Push hammer it out, pull it out, take out the little retaining bracket, and then do the same thing to the other one. Take that out. And now what you want to do is push the pistons back in. So I'm gonna use a flathead. Just get them back in. There we go. Be careful not to damage the rotor. Just easy does it. And then remove this wear sensor. Just like that. Pull it out. And do the same thing to the other side. Push the caliper in. That's all the way in. Slide the rotor out, pad out. You're gonna get your new pads, slide it in, but of course it came out. So slide one in and then kind of push the rotor, the pistons back in. Maybe gonna have to use 2 screwdrivers. Get them back in. Slide the new pad in. There we go. Not too far. And you want to put the wear sensor back on where we took it out. And then you're going to slide one of the pins in. Push the sensor wire back into place. Push it in. Get it in through the other side. Put the bracket same way it was. Hammer it in. Same thing with the other one. Then you hammer it in. And that's all there is to it for the back. Just those 2 pins and that bracket comes out, and you got the wear sensors on the driver's side. And I'm gonna go ahead and just clean up the rotor a little bit, make it look nice, and get to the other side. Alright guys, so that's all there is to it. Just a couple pins and screws and putting that pistons back in the caliper, and you know, not too bad. Easy job. Make sure you tighten your lug nuts up when you get in the car. Push the brake down until it gets hard. You don't want to put it in drive and just roll off, and it's gonna get a little bit of pumping to get it to stop. So you know, just a couple things to look out for when finishing up. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, you know, the usual. Let me know what you want to see. I'm gonna be doing builds, you know, just little fun things, car stuff. So let me know if you liked it, if you want to see more, and what type of cars you want to see.